Greetings gastronauts, this is Keith Cooks, I'm Keith, and today I'm going to show you how to make a Turkish pizza with a meat topping, Pide Kiymali. Now, I have no idea how you pronounce the name of this dish, and I couldn't find anything on the interwebs, so apologies to all Turks everywhere. And I showed you in a previous video how to make the dough for this. It's in the fridge. So I think the Turks have probably been making their version of pizza since a long time before the Italians, but you know, they didn't all emigrate to America, so nobody knows about it. Anyway, it's this recipe is really easy, really quick, and really tasty. So let's do it. Okay, ingredients for the Pide Kiymali. I've got 450 grams of dough, and a link to the recipe should be on screen now. 250 grams of ground beef, minced beef, 1 red pepper, 1 medium onion, about a tablespoon of tomato puree, a teaspoon of parsley, and a teaspoon of smoked paprika, and more than likely salt and pepper. Now, there doesn't actually seem to be a fixed recipe for this, so I guess you can improvise. You can put cheese on top as well if you want. And a lot of recipes call for lamb mince, but I just happen to have beef, so that's what I'm using. Anyway, let's get on with it. So we need to peel and finely chop the onion and the pepper. Now I've got some olive oil heating in a frying pan, and I'm just going to add the onions and let those soften for a minute or two. Okay, you don't want them to brown, it's just to soften them. And now we add the red pepper and let that cook for a minute or two. And now I'll add the meat and break that up and get it sort of browned. Not massively brown, but not pink anymore. Okay, that's looking good. So I'll add the paprika and the parsley. Stir those in. Oh, these colours are amazing. And the tomato puree. Some recipes use whole tomatoes, which is, you know, probably a good thing, but some of them don't. We'll just let that cook in for a couple of minutes, then we'll taste it. So I tasted it, and it needs salt. That's better. So we'll take that off the heat and get on with the pide dough. So we want a bit of flour on the worktop, and we want the world's biggest rolling pin, and we want the dough, which has actually grown somewhat in the fridge. Very strange. Anyway, I'll just roll this flattish first of all, and I reckon I can make 2 good size pides out of this. So I'll just cut it in half, and I'm actually going to make it into a ball and then roll it again to try and get the correct shape, which is basically a pointy oval. Okay, something like that. It's not the neatest job in the world, but it'll do. Now you want to get your oven preheating to 210 degrees Celsius. Okay, so now I've got a baking sheet with some greaseproof paper on it. I'm going to put my bases on there. Put the topping on. You want to kind of press it down so it's fairly solid, and leave a margin around the edges of a couple of centimetres, nearly an inch. And now we fold the dough over at the edges to partially cover the filling, and also to make that characteristic boat shape. And then we'll just brush the edges with oil and then slam it in the oven for about 20 minutes. So here's our Pide boats, and they're looking pretty good. So I think I'll slice one up and have a taste. Okay. I don't know quite how you eat this, but let's have a go. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think maybe a bit more tomato and possibly cheese on top, but then you've got a pizza. Anyway, Kiymali Pide, worth a go. And that's that. Hope you enjoyed it. Now please share it with all your friends on social media. Subscribe to this channel, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and don't forget the amazing website that has all the details of all the recipes. And thank you for watching. Come back soon.